Hello and welcome to AmakhosiTalks. Well, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, please do subscribe and help this community to grow and reach more Khosi fans out there. Well, Khosi Nation, I have been away for quite a while now. I do have to apologize for that, but I am back now and you can expect to hear that notification bell on a more regular basis. With that said, don't forget to also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also give a like to this video to show your love and support. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get to today's video. Now guys, to say that recent results have not really gone in our favor, it would be the most polite way to put it and to define what we have been experiencing in the last 4 or 5 games. In actual fact, we are without a win in our last 7 games, and that's both home and away in all competitions. In trying to understand where things have really gone wrong for us, one would say that luck has not been on our side. And personally, I wouldn't be against that view. In 3 or 4 of the last 7 games, I personally felt that we did create enough chances to win some of those matches. But only we have ourselves to blame, as minor mistakes have continued to prevent us from seeing out matches, especially matches where we had an upper hand in. Another aspect worth noting is that in the last 7 games, we have only managed to keep 2 clean sheets. In addition to that, in those 2 matches where we've had those clean sheets, we also failed to find the back of the net. Now, for me, that clearly means we've got to get better at controlling matches throughout the 90 minutes. Now, like I said, it hasn't been all that bad. There's been a lot of positives to take in some of the matches, but what remains a problem is converting those positives into positive results. Looking at how our season has shaped up, I think most, if not all of us, are not really expecting any silverware this season. If you consider the 2 competitions that we are still competing in, chances of winning either of them are next to none. Well, at least not with the kind of form we've been showing lately. As much as it pains me to say this, but we can only look forward to the next season. In the time being though, we have got to lay down the foundation in this current season. Having said that though, Khosi Nation, perhaps you disagree with me. Do let me know in the comment section your thoughts on whether are you expecting any silverware in the 2 competitions that we are still competing in, or do you agree with me in that we just need to put in place a good groundwork for the following season. And now moving on to the current task that lies ahead of us. Our next match is against Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. Now guys, you will remember that initially this was supposed to be our opening opponents in this season's CAF Champions League group stage. But due to coronavirus restrictions in Morocco, we couldn't be granted visas to enter Morocco, and thus an alternative venue had to be used. The match therefore has been scheduled to take place in Burkina Faso on Sunday the 28th of February, with the kickoff set for 6 o'clock in the evening South African local time. Now, looking at both sides coming into this match, we couldn't have had contrasting form, because for us, as I mentioned earlier, we are without a win in our last 7 games, while Wydad, on the other hand, they are in impeccable form, as they have won 6 of the last 6 matches they have played in all competitions. Along that way, they have kept 4 clean sheets in the process. Our team flew out to Burkina Faso on Friday morning, and despite a disappointing 0-0 draw at home against Horoya, spirits were very high and the focus on the players is fixed on obtaining all 3 points. Goalkeeper Itumeleng Khune spoke to the media and he alluded to how difficult this match will be. But I was also relieved to hear him say that all the players are aware and they are ready for the task that lies before them. Now, in addition, Khune's experience having played in Burkina Faso with the national team will come very handy for the whole team when we take on Wydad on Sunday. Speaking of players, in case you missed it, Here is the full squad list of all the 18 players who have made the trip to Burkina Faso. There are no surprises as coach Gavin Hunt has seemingly chosen his most used players to make the 18-man list. Now, if things are to go as planned, we should see the likes of Kune, Mphahlele, Ngobo, Nukovic, and the recently revived Wydad Casablanca in action come the start of the match. Now guys, like I mentioned, Wydad are in great form coming into this match. In addition, compared to us who are newcomers in Africa's elite competition, Wydad have massive amount of pedigree and success in Africa's continent. Now, last season, they did manage to reach the semi-finals. In their history, they have won this competition on 2 occasions and also being runners-up on 2 occasions as well. It is also safe to say that Wydad will be an even difficult task compared to Horoya. And if we are to give ourselves any fighting chance in the competition, then we have to start picking up points before things start to become very tense in the group. As things stand in Group C, Horoya find themselves leading the group with 4 points. Our opponents are in second with 3 points from 1 game, and we find ourselves in third spot with a solitary point which we got from our opening match. At the bottom of the group is Pedro de Luanda, who have not collected a single point in 2 games. And I may add that our next opponent in the group stage is against Pedro de Luanda. Moving on to our expectations from this match, I think it's safe to say we understand how difficult of an opponent Wydad are. Even if you look at the 2 teams' form coming into the match, their experience in the competition is enough for them to cope, which is why I think we have to be very conservative in our preparations and also cautious on the day. I don't think we have enough firepower to go head-to-head with them in terms of playing an all-out attacking football. And if you think logically, if we can come away with a draw and make sure that we beat Pedro de Luanda, then that would mean we have 5 points from the opening 3 games. And yes, it does sound depressing, but in the reality of the opponents we are facing, we can give ourselves a fighting chance in the last 3 games of the group stages. And maybe, just maybe, we will see ourselves advance to the next round of the competition. And there it is, guys. Do make sure to catch the match on Sunday evening and be on the lookout for my community posts where you can cast your vote on the match prediction. Also, I will give you guys further details on where to watch the match as soon as information is made available. Leave your comments below on our chances of getting a result over Wydad on Sunday. And don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next upload. Inkosi, alipheli umoya.